from one west and breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs no from breakoffs no matter what rainbow uniform you wear, red, white, purple and white, uh, 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 all white, it don't matter. You should all treat the ISUPK like your weird, misunderstood Sabbath. You shouldn't do anything until you counsel with the ISUPK. We'll tell you when and what to eat. We'll tell you who to marry. We'll tell you who to have sex with and how. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your wives. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your kids, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, your friends, everybody. We'll tell you when and how to pray. We'll tell you how to direct your life in a way that's pleasing to the Most High God of Israel and our Black King Yahushua, aka Jesus Christ. We will be to you instead of a God. Just like the Most High told Moses in Exodus 4:16 that Aaron would be to him instead of a mouth and he would be to Aaron instead of a God, that's what we'll do for you. It is what you all need. Shalom. This is to all Israelite groups and all Israelite communities and all breakoffs from one west and breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs. No matter what rainbow uniform you wear, red, white, purple and white, all white, it don't matter. You should all treat the ISUPK like your weird, misunderstood Sabbath. You shouldn't do anything until you counsel with the ISUPK. We'll tell you when and what to eat. We'll tell you who to marry. We'll tell you who to have sex with and how. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your wives. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your kids, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, your friends, everybody. We'll tell you when and how to pray. We'll tell you how to direct your life in a way that's pleasing to the Most High God of Israel and our Black King Yahushua, aka Jesus Christ. We will be to you instead of a God. Just like the Most High told Moses in Exodus 4:16 that Aaron would be to him instead of a mouth and he would be to Aaron instead of a God, that's what we'll do for you. It is what you all need because none of you know what the fuck you are doing. I pray you understand. Shalom.
You mean everything you need because I know you mean everything to Christ. And Christ means everything to me.
I called on the Lord. I said, that Father, this is real. Will you watch over them? Will you raise them up to be strong? I'm just a man with flesh. This is what you called for in your scriptures. You said they wore studs and fringes, they got it on. You said they will follow the law, they doing it. You said under your house shine, they ought to love one another. And they doing it.
Your name, rank, and registry? Apataza Banya Howard Banya Sharala. Yahaba Shin Shapa Gata.
Yaya Starala.
What's going on?
We're not. Turn up your volume.
All right. Go ahead.
Yahya Shalal.
All right. We're going to go ahead and face east. Send up in prayers. All right. Most High's prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Shabbat.
Hayah. Shabkah. Yahweh. Malakwakah. Taba'ah. Ratazakah. Hayah. Asha. Ba'aratazah. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Natalanawa. Lakam. Call. Yuwam. Wasalakanawa. Kawafwafnawa. Kasalaknawa. Kawafwafyanawa. Wala'ah. Tabayanawa. Wanasai one. Abal. Awashai now. Mayan. Rai. Kayalaka. Amalakwa. Wahala. Wahataparath. Laiwalamyam. Aman.
It's the Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father.
Our Father.
Which art in heaven.
Which art in heaven.
Hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth.
In earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day.
Our daily bread.
Our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts.
And forgive us our debts.
And we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not.
And lead us not
into temptation.
Into temptation.
But deliver us from evil.
But deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever so be it.
So forever so be it. Prayer to the power in Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Babu Kashah. Nantalanawa. Akak. Akak. Laura Pa'ah. Call Makala. Wakal Matawa. Akak. Latahar Hamatazarayam. Akak. Lahakwim. Amathiam. Akak. Arakawaf. Hatamala. Lagarashan. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Kawaraman.
This prayer to the power in English. Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. The blessings in Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Makiala.
Wa Makiala.
Wa Alahayim. Mataza Ba'ai. Alawak. Yohana. Ha Alawapya. Ha Saranya. Ha Kwatazayanya. Ha Kayoyaya. Wa Akwapyan. Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahweh Shai. The Waraman.
It's the blessings in English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yohana.
Commanding General Yohana.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha Ayanya.
Asha
All Haharyam.
All
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah. Isaiah.
Sorry.
Isaiah Ma'an.
Sorry.
Yahweh. Aisha. Shemayim. Waratazah.
Oh, that's
All Yathan. Lamawat. Rogalka. All Yanawam. Shamarka. Hanala'ah. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yayashan. Shawamar. Yasharala. Yahweh. Shamarka. Yahweh. Tazalka. Ayad. Yamyaka. Yawamam. Ashamash. Ba'ayaka. Wayarak. Balayala. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Makar Rai. Yashamar. Afdapashka. Yahweh. Yashamar Tazahaka. Waba Wa'aka. Mayata. Wayana Walam.
This is Psalms 121 in English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
Well, help cometh from Yahweh,
Which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep.
he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right
The
hand.
sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in.
and thy coming
From
in
this time forth
from this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore. This is Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim,
Allahayim.
all the Ma'alaka,
All the Ma'alaka.
all the Karash,
All the
well, all the Shakwat,
all the support.
all
All
Kayahana, Awad Yagyaka, Yahamo Yawan, Wama Shanayaka, Nashawa, Ra'ash, Alamaka, Yara Yawam, yeah, what? Salaki, Yara Yawamya, Sawad, Watataza Aita Tazawa, Altaza Pawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakiyakna, Magaya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Shem Yasharala, Iwad, Salaka, Kayana Tazawa, La, Yakadwa, All Ilyaka, Baryath, Yakarath Wahagar, Salaka, Yakarath, what? Ahalya, Adawam, Washamai Layam, Mawa'aba, Wahagarium, Gabal, Wa'aimawan, Wa'amalak, Palashath, Yashabya, Tazawar, Gamashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya Lawak, Salah, Aishalaham, Kamadian, Kasa Yasara, Kayabyan, Banakal, Kwayashuan, the Shamadwa, Bayadara, Hayawa, Daman, La Madwa, Shaitamwa, Nadayabma, Ka'arab, Wakazaaba, Wakazabak, Wakatazamanai, Kon Nasa Yakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nayarasha, Lanawa, Ath, Naawath, Alahayim, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagalagala, Kakwash, Lapanya Raka, Kaash, Labaira Yara, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Harya, Kumtarapadma, Basaraka, Wabo Sawapatka, Thabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kualawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shemka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Wayabahawa, Adyad, Wayakaparwa, Wayabadwa, Wayadawa, Kaya, Atha, Shemka, Yahweh, Labadka, Al Yawan, Al Kal, Haratazah.
This is Psalms 83 in English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo,
For lo,
thy enemies make a tumult,
Thine enemies make a tumult,
and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people,
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people,
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
Come,
and let us cut them off from being a nation,
and let us cut them off from being a nation,
that the name of Israel may be no more remembered.
and the name of Israel is no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom,
The tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites,
and the Ishmaelites
of Moab,
of Moab,
and the Hagarenes,
and the Hagarenes,
Baal and Ammon,
the Baal and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines with their inhabitants of Tyre.
the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Assur also is joined with them.
Assur is also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Selah.
Salah.
Do unto them
Do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Kison,
at the brook of Kison,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb,
Make their nobles like Oreb,
and like Zeb.
and like Zeb.
Yea,
Yea,
all their princes as Zebah,
all their princes as Zebah,
and as Zalmunna,
and as Zalmunna,
who said,
who said,
let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession.
let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession.
Oh my God,
Oh my God,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
as a stubble before the wind,
as the fire burneth the wood,
as the fire burneth the wood,
as the flame set the mountains on fire.
as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest,
So persecute them with thy
and
tempest,
make them afraid with thy storm.
and make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name, O Yahweh.
that they might seek thy name, O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded and troubled forever.
Let them be confounded in trouble forever.
Let them be put to shame and perish,
Let them be put to shame and perish,
that men may know that thou,
that men may know that thou,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
art the most high over all the earth.
art the most high over all the earth. Let's go ahead. Go ahead and have a seat. The water for y'all. Joining us this Sabbath. Today we're going to go ahead and be in Deuteronomy, the 4th chapter. We were in chapter 3 just last Sabbath. Yeah, about Shin Shabakata, warrior. Good to see you, brothers and sisters who are joining us. Shalom, sis. All right. Basically, this chapter we're just basically going into how we're urged to obey the Most High and His laws, because right now, for you brothers and sisters that are that know the truth, y'all know that really that's the real battle. Y'all understand? It's not a battle. It's not about proving that we Israel anymore. We done given the world all the proof we're gonna need. Really, all we need is the scriptures, but we can go into history. We can dive into history books anytime. You know what I'm saying? We can point out where so-called Negroes that were in West Africa knew that Africa at the time was not their home. They knew that their home was in the Levant region, and that they were ran out of there, of course, by the Romans in 70 AD, which unfortunately for us was the Lord's will, because our people wouldn't obey. We know the Native Americans and the First Nation people, we know from the books that they're Israelites as well. They knew we were the Israelites when they saw us again over here in these waters. Why do y'all think in that book, Black Indians, that they were They were buying Judah from captivity. They knew that was Judah, so they were actually purchasing them for captivity, because that's one war we deal with other people. They'll try to say that the North American Indians were buying up slaves, and they were. They were buying them to free them. You know what I'm saying? And align with them. And not only that, when the Seminole Indians were, the tribe of Reuben, were buying up the Negro slaves, Judah, they would sit up there and give them the choice of their women to marry, and setting them up as the heads of their little mini tribes. Why? Genesis 49, where it says, the scepter should not depart from Judah. You know what I'm saying? So we got all that in history, and so many others. So it's not even about proving that we Israel no more. It's now having a battle with our own people, other Israelites. Yeah, come on, go ahead. And prove to them that list the law is the law, and it's there for our betterment, and it's because it's our culture. Obey it. That's the battleground now. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what it was going through here in the 4th chapter of Deuteronomy. We're gonna go ahead and get started reading the reading. I'll read in the Hebrew. Precinct officer Mapatazar on my left will read the English. And the water of all y'all that are here this morning. But here we go. We're in Deuteronomy, the 4th chapter. We're gonna start at the first verse. Before we get started, any questions, any comments, any concerns? None? Hey, y'all give it up to Brother Victor. His 90 days is over tomorrow. So we'll see about getting him ready to do this work too. You ready? I'm saying, are you ready, period? What's high in grace? All right. Let's go on in and do this work. Deuteronomy, the 4th chapter, started in verse 1. Haitha, Shemai, Yasharala, all, Kak, all, Mashapat, Hashar, Anakaya, Lamad, Ath, Aisha, Ma'ain, Haya, Bawa'ah, Yerash, Aratazah, Ashar, Yahweh, Alahayim, Abba, Nathan, Lakam. Good.
This book of Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 1 in English. Now therefore hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, for to do them, that ye may live and go in and possess the land which the Lord God of your fathers have given you.
Okay. Go and possess the land. That would be the land of Canaan, what would ultimately become Israel. All right. We're in verse 2 in the Hebrew. Yasap, La, Yasap, Al, Debar, Ashar, Anakia, Tazawa, Atha, La'ah, Garai, Man, Shamar, Matazawa, Yahweh, Alahayim, Ashar, Anakai, Tazawa, Atha.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 2 in the English. Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall ye diminish aught from it, that ye may keep the commandments of the Lord your God which I command you.
Okay, so just so you understand, there's no should I, could I? No, it's due. You're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? And that's true even to this day. If you're an Israelite now, if you're not of the 12 tribes of Israel, anything, none of this means anything to you. Maybe that's why in the church they tell you don't even read the Old Testament. Because in his spirit, so-called white man knows this book is not for him. He done bootlegged an entire religion and philosophy off a book that don't belong to him. That's just the facts. Everything when you read this book cover to cover, this collection of books called the Holy Bible, originally called Biblios, everything in it is pertaining to the 12 tribes of Israel. So-called white man probably knew that when he took the book. So he said he's gonna do with it what he's gonna do. He's gonna remove. He's gonna add to the word that isn't his. Got to remember, even today, so-called white man's a culture vulture. Nothing he does other than be a good criminal. Nothing he does culturally started with him. It always belonged to somebody else. Mainly us. He swagger jacks Israel more than anything, but he takes from other nations too. If he likes it, he takes it. So all that was going on, even when they got their hands on this book, because you go into history, Native Americans, they remember the book and recognize it when the so-called white man came over here with it, trying to convert everybody to Catholicism. But okay, let's continue on. I will get 3 and 4 real quick. Deuteronomy 4 and 3 in the Hebrew. Ayan, Ra'ah, Ashar, Yahweh, Asha, Baal, Pa'iwar, Baal Pa'iwar, Kaya, Kal, Ayash, Ashar, Akar, Halak, Baal Pawar, Yahweh, Alahayim, Shemad, Korab. Verse 4. Atha, Dabak, Yahweh, Alahayim, Kaya, Kal, Yawam.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 3 in English. Your eyes have seen what the Lord did because of Baal Peor, for all the men that follow Baal Peor. The Lord thy God hath destroyed them from among you. Verse 4. But ye that did cleave unto the Lord your God are alive, every one of you this day.
Keep that in mind, you brothers in particular. When you do like the Bible is doing right here, when y'all defeat false gods and idols and what have you, make record of it. You know what I'm saying? So even the next generation can see what it's like to defeat an idol, to tear down a stronghold, what the Bible would call a stronghold or a stumbling block, to tear it down and keep living specifically for the Most High. Let's get 4 and 5 and 4 and 6, because we're going to get a real good understanding here. 4 and 6 is actually one of my favorite scriptures. Deuteronomy 4 and 5 and 6. Ra'ah, Lamad, Atah. Okay. Kak, Mashapat, Ashar, Yahweh, Alahayim, Tazawah, Aisha, Khan, Korab, Aratazar, Ashar, Athah, Bawa'a, Yerash. Verse 6. Y'all should highlight this one. Shamar, Hasha, Kaya, Hawa'a, Kakama, Bayana, Ayun, I'm, Ashar, Shemai, Call, Allah, Kak, Amar, Rock, Zah, got a wall,
This
Gawaya, Slug, I'm, um, Kakam, Bayan, I'm.
This the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 5 in English. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Verse 6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
When you read that last verse, what do you take from that?
That with us having these laws, statutes, and commandments, we're supposed to live our life a certain way, and the other nations are supposed to kind of look up to us and see how well our nation is thriving because we're keeping the commandments and be like, dang, well, and maybe change the things they're doing or try to emulate what we're doing instead of the reverse, where we're trying to emulate the heathen nation.
Young man Victor, what do you think? What do you say? Them last two verses, how do they grab? What do you get from that?
Basically, that if we keep the statutes and commandments, we become wise. Other nations.
Okay. Brother Charles, what do you think? Sure. How does it hit you?
By keeping the law, statutes, commandments, the glory, Yahweh's glory is shining on us so the nations can see.
I'm sorry, sister, your name again? Sister Mary? I'm gonna remember that, Mariah. Go ahead. How do you grab? How does that grab you?
What I take from it is that in learning the statute and commandments and keeping them, other nations will look at us and consider us wise, but we have to remain constant in doing it so that they can constantly see that we are keeping the law, statute.
Sister Connie?
I got on it. Be an example by setting the standards and keeping them high so everybody come up rather than everybody go down.
Okay. Every one of y'all are right to a degree. I'm gonna tell you how I grab. One word. Culture. You know what I'm saying? He was so serious about cutting us off from other nations and just following him, while all the other nations created their own culture. He gave us a culture. You know what I'm saying? This is, he taught us what to eat, what to celebrate, how to dress, how to treat brothers and sisters, how to treat brothers and sisters who live next to you. Because a lot of them laws, high holy days, if you got too much lamb or too much of a meat sacrifice, you're supposed to call them over and tell them, come on and get in on this. You know what I'm saying? It's what you're supposed to do. Now, that's something Jake do in the world all the time, but, he gonna always, he'd be in the neighborhood, Jake will go out there and grilling up and barbecuing up enough chicken, and then he realizes, hell, he ain't got It's gonna all go bad if you put it back in the fridge. You know what I'm saying? Before he get around to it. So what does he do? Start telling the brothers next door. Start telling the brothers down the street. Hey, come on, get some of this yard bird, man. It's what we've always done, but it's what made us different from everybody else. You know what I'm saying? How we dress, even how we deal with our women. Now, the other nations had their own little way of doing things. So-called white man in particular would sit up there and he don't even need the meat to be cooked for him to eat it. And yes, he will sleep with his wife, but he'll also sleep with his sister. He'll also sleep with his kids if you let him. And that's what he's trying to go into now. He's trying to make that legal now. You know what I'm saying? That'll be like Satan's final little end zone celebration right there. If he can get, pedophilia, if he can get pedophilia made into a mental health disorder, he's pretty much damn near won. Because that's what they're trying to normalize that even as we speak. But that's just their culture. And the other nations are guilty of it too. East Indians, Africans, Arabs, they all Asians will love to marry an underage girl that don't know any better. That's never been our thing. You got a few brothers going into the evil now, but that's not what we did. That was not our get down. That comes from living like the nations. But it goes bigger than that. It's a culture thing. This culture was given to us. These laws, statutes, and commandments I'm talking about, our culture, was given to us to manipulate this earth to where we outlived everybody, had more wealth than everybody, and we gave it all to the Most High. The nations are supposed to look at that and say, damn, we need to be like them, and we might even need to serve their God, which they're all going to do once Christ returns. They're going to all serve, but it's going to be done. It's going to be done in a righteous order. That order is Israel runs everything. We have all the resources and the wealth, and we have the rule. And if you don't do what we say, you're going to die. That's the future. They like to use that word New World Order all the time. That's going to be Christ's world order right there. Go ahead, sis.
You know what? Louis life in prison and black as weakness died. They switched everything around from everything being light and then you come down, but they turned it around death and then you come down.
Okay. Okay, that's what you took out of it. Okay, Sister Connie, is there a scriptural base for any of that?
I was in the scriptures that when I was on the bus, but I couldn't finish it.
Which one? No, which scripture were you getting it from?
I was putting up the script and then the bus stopped and I closed it.
Okay.
But I get the scriptures.
While we're coming into the night and coming on out of the world, I'm not against poetry and thoughts or what have you, but everything that you think got to go back to the scriptures.
Okay.
That's the main thing. No sweat. All right, no sweat, sis. Deuteronomy 4 and 7. Let's get that. We'll get 7 and 8. But yeah, highlight those last two verses we did if you can. 5 and 6, because those are very important. We're in Deuteronomy 4 and 7. Let me say hi. Let me shout out the brothers and sisters that are watching us real quick. Hey, shalom, Trooper Uriah and Sister Angel. Shalom to y'all. Sister Parah, shalom. How you doing? She said the Edomites be sleeping with their family dog and all kinds. For y'all that don't know, Sister Parah is the mother of Officer Mapadazar and Officer Hadazan. So y'all give her a shout out, man. the wife of Officer Maiwaz. So a strong spirit and a very talented sister. I'm gonna get back to reading the mail. I want to make sure brothers and sisters that are taking the Sabbath with us are getting recognition real quick. Hey, Shalom, Mel the Muse. How you doing, sis? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shemal Adah, Bashim Yahweh Shah, sis. All right. Most High in Christ. Everybody's on with us. Okay, let's go ahead. Deuteronomy 4 and 7 in the Hebrew. I'm going to do 7 and 8. Kaya, Maya, Goya, Salaya, Gawaya, Gadawal, Ashar, Alahayim, Quararab, All, Yahweh, Alahayim, Kal, Quorum, Salakia, Quara, all. Verse 8. Maya, Gawaya, Gadawal, Ashar, Lawa, Kak, Mashapat, Taza Dayak, Kal, Wa'ath, Tharara, Ashar, Anakia, Nathan, Panayam, Yawan.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 7 and 8 in the English. For what nation is there so great who have God so nigh unto them, as the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for? Verse 8. And what nation is there so great that have statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day?
The other nations didn't have the law. So them trying to take the book of the law in their hands, I want y'all from this moment on to just consider that abomination. Y'all seen the 12, I mean, you all that are coming into this truth, y'all seen the 12 tribe chart, right? Y'all understand that? You haven't? Okay, we'll make sure you see it. Officer Hot Design, do we have a flyer back there?
It's in that bucket. It's in that
Give Sister Connie that flyer real quick. I appreciate it. I want y'all to start saying, well, if y'all even see anyone that's not covered on that flyer with a Bible in their hand or trying to teach the Bible, I want you to consider that an abomination. You understand? Because that's how they were able to take over. That's kind of how they were able to take over the world. It was how they were able to keep us in a submissive position. Whole time we've been over here, with our own record in their hand. They did unspeakable torture to our Native American brothers, who they're the Israelites as well. The tortures the Catholic Church did to them, I forget what do they call that? The Spanish Inquisition, among other things. And they did it all with a Bible in their hand, in one hand, a cross in another hand, and doing it in the name of the Blessed Trinity, which, of course, the Trinity ain't nowhere in the Bible. You brothers that have read the Bible know or have a Bible search engine know the word Trinity is nowhere in it. Even the Trinitarian concept is nowhere in it. The Most High is not the author of confusion. There ain't no power greater than him. And he's the only one that allowed Christ to do the miracles he did. Y'all think Yahushua did that by himself? No, he did none of that by himself. Hey, we're gonna have to get the corkscrew for that. You want to take it on back there? Okay. We're gonna get it together. Hey, hey, Israel, what's a Sabbath service without wine, right? we read that scripture in Numbers, did we not? Go ahead, Warrior.
I was gonna say that in the game, that's all we're doing.
Oh, well, listen, we're gonna get it. We're gonna be righteous with it, because we the righteous people and they not. But I'm pretty sure every couple of months, one or two of them is gonna give you reason to kill them. So here's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I already told y'all my plans for the I can't call so-called white man field slaves because they ain't gonna live long in the field. You know what I'm saying? Son, tear their ass up. Say that again.
I think my plan is soon some keep working with this.
Ooh, my goodness. You ain't planning on having them long, are you? It presents a problem because I don't want them leprous bastards in my house.
Well, sun down.
Oh shit.
They gonna last long, like you said.
And I don't want them awake or I'm asleep. They'll get smart and try to kill me. Then I got to kill them, you know? I'm going to have to lean on Yahushua's wisdom on that in that day. Because he's going to rule that day. He's going to wear all crowns. He's going to be ruling Israel with an iron hand, but Israel going to be ruling. We're going to be prosperous that day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to have to, when it comes to the Edomite slaves, I'm going to have to just lean on Yahushua's wisdom on that, aren't you?
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Because here, you can't have them outside every day. Go freak around and get cancer and die.
I told you what my uncle told me.
What'd he tell you? You talking about True Bro Watayar?
Oh,
Come on, what'd he say?
he said he was gonna have a 2-story house with no stairs, and he was gonna have the slaves line up on their backs so he could get upstairs.
Oh, my
He said he better not fall neither.
Now, see, I'm gonna have to talk to some of you brothers because we're not supposed to be oppressive slavers. You know what I'm saying? We the righteous. We're not animals like them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we can, but at the same time, you got to be fair too. We can't help it. We the righteous. We're gonna be doing what Christ tell us to do. It's gonna be enough of them trying to rise against you that you have to kill a few of them. But that's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
So they'll do it on pride,
When the scriptures say thou has a perpetual hatred against you, they're not going to ever stop hating us. The so-called white man. Maybe the nations will settle down, but in Ezekiel, he said that he's talking about the Edomites, had a perpetual hatred. Meaning that's going to be a continuous hatred. They've hated us from the womb. When you get a good understanding of Genesis 25. But ultimately, we're going to rule over them. And once our kingdom is built, we're going to annihilate all of them. That's in the Bible. So their slavery will be longer. Their slavery will be rougher than everyone else's. And then at the end of them, all of them get put to death. It says that in the scripture. If you read the book of Obadiah with understanding, you know that's the fate of all of them. Go ahead.
That's not like 1,000 years of
Yeah.
work.
1,000 years of them working, building our slavery and building our kingdom, and us kicking their ass for every damn thing they've been doing to us. Go ahead.
So on that verse, I always wanted to ask. So when they get put in flames and all that, like it says right there, is that gonna be us doing it, or how is that gonna go down?
What particular?
Oh, that one that you just said in Obadiah, where where they're gonna get exterminated. So we're gonna be doing that basically.
Yeah, we're gonna put them to death. At the end of their slavery, at the end of their 1,000 years, we put them all to death. Homework for you: read the book of Obadiah, and then give me a call tomorrow and tell me what you got from it. And any questions or minor indiscretions, just take them up with me. There's no way you can't read that and understand that ultimately death and destruction awaits them for all this evil they done brought to the earth. And listen, I don't care who likes it, the earth is going to be better for it. It won't be no more Edomites blowing the ozone layer apart, no more nuclear weapons, no more of them destroying the damn water that the fish live in. When they get all the crabs and the lobsters and the seas and the oysters, don't y'all know that hurts the water? Because you're taking away the creatures that the Most High never intended for anybody to eat, because they have a duty, they have a job to eat all the decaying flesh in the water. If you take all of them out the water gets more and more polluted, and even the good fish won't be worth a damn after a while. That's why tilapia ain't even in the wild no more. They're farm raised now. And even though it's a clean fish, I personally stay away from it. And y'all looking at me, you know I don't stay away from much. But I definitely stay away from tilapia for that reason. Go ahead.
They so operated together.
Yeah.
And feces, they swim in their own feces. We don't have the strength.
And of course, the Edomites have got them eating pork. Got them eating pork and pork droppings. Got the damn tilapia eating pork. Something that they in the wild naturally wouldn't eat. He's destroying this damn place. Chemtrails. The world will be better when these Edomites is gone. Go ahead. What you got? In English? Just read it like you normally read it in any book.
Now, the way I reading that is because it starts down in the scriptures. The Old Testament is mixed in with the New Testament. If I read it up and down, if I read it straight across.
Okay, what app are you in? Did I give you that app? I did. Just go to like the table of contents of the books and just go to Deuteronomy, because that's what we're reading. We're in Deuteronomy 4. No sweat. Any other questions or comments from brothers and sisters that are online? Nothing? Okay. No sweat. We're going to go in and keep it going. What verse are we in right now? We're in 9 and 10 yet?
Okay.
Okay. Deuteronomy, the 4th chapter, 9th verse and 10th verse in Hebrew. Rock, Shamar, Lod Shamar, Napash, Ma'ad, Pun, Shakah, Debar, Ashar, Ayan, Ra'ah, Pun, Sawar, Labab, Kal, Yawam, Hayah, Yadai, Bun, Bun. Banayan. Walabunya. Verse 10. Yawam, Ashar, Imad, Panayam, Yahweh, Alahayim, Karab, Amar, Yahweh, Amar, Kal, Quahal, Anayah, Aim, Quahal, Shammai, Debar, Ashar, Lamad, Yarah, Atah, Kal, Yawam, Ashar, Ham, Hayah, Al, Adamah, Atah, Lamad, Bun.
This book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 9 and 10 in the English. Only take heed to thyself and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen, and lest they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life. But teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons.
Mm.
Verse 10. Especially the day that thou stoodest before the Lord thy God in Horeb, when the Lord said unto me, Gather me the people together, and I will make them hear my words, that they may learn to fear me all the days that they shall live upon the earth, that they may teach their children.
This goes back to where it says the Lord said, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Y'all got to love the Most High, but you also got to fear. What does fear normally breed? Anybody know? Brothers or sisters, what does fear normally breed? Go ahead, brother. I like that. Go ahead, sis. That's definitely right. They're not the words I'm looking for, but both of you are not wrong. Okay. It's one word I'm looking for. It starts with an R. Go ahead. There you go. Get that sister a hand, man. If you fear the Most High and love Him, the respect will be automatic. You understand what I'm saying, sis? Go ahead. Reference Him as often as you want. He like one thing the Most High loves is praise, but so long as it's honest praise. Don't do like the heathens and our people in the church praising the Most High or praising who they think is Christ and praising Him over BS. You know what I'm saying? I saw this. I don't know how many of y'all saw this. It was a bunch of sisters, so-called Negro women, who were all strippers, and they were all dressed like they are, like whores, and in a prayer circle, begging the Most High for money, begging for them tricks to give them all the money. The Most High considered that whole prayer an abomination. You know what I'm saying? And if you respected the Lord, you wouldn't in your right mind, if you knew and respect the Lord and love Him, you in your right mind would not know to come to Him as some whore asking for money. The Lord ain't a genie, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, come on, sis.
Been celebrating Christmas or Thanksgiving or like when I see people say grace, I'm like, how you saying grace over pork?
Yeah.
You saying grace over something that He's telling you not to eat.
Con, exactly. Now the Lord expects that from the heathen, and He don't pay no attention to it. That goes straight to his spam folder, if he's got one. You know what I'm saying? He expects that from non-Israelites, but Israelites are supposed to know better. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother.
So like in reference to like Kevin Hart saying a prayer before, you do with shows or the football team, basketball team, saying a prayer in the locker room.
Yeah. The Lord don't hear none of that simply because even though they are Israelites, none of them obey the law. Get that real quick. Hold where you at. St. John 9:31. The Lord ain't heard that prayer. Now time. When our brothers and sisters who are Christian go to him in prayer, yeah, that because it tells you even in the New Testament, Christ is telling you, don't do as the heathen do. You expect the heathen, because they're primarily idolaters, you expect them to give fake thanks to the Most High for everything they doing because that's their nature. They ain't never been the Lord's people. So, and that's why Christ said, don't pray as the heathen do. Go ahead. St. John 9:31. Check this out.
This book of John, chapter 9, verse 31. Now we know that God heareth not sinners.
Say that one more time.
Now we know that God heareth not sinners.
One more time for the brothers that are supposed to be here and ain't here. Go ahead.
Now we know that God heareth not sinners.
The Most High heareth not sinners. You got to give up your sin. And we're reading out the book of St. John, so that means the New Testament. Because, you from the brothers in the church, they're going to say, but that's the Old Testament. No, it's the book of St. John. The last of the Gospels, basically. He's telling you the Lord does not hear sinners. Finish that, please, Baba Kasham.
But if any man be a worshipper of God and doeth his will, him he heareth.
If you do his will, you ain't doing his will if you're eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You ain't doing his will if you're sleeping with a married woman. If you're a woman, you ain't doing his will if you're sleeping with another man. That ain't your husband. If you're going against any of the commandments, you smoke weed, you smoke cigarettes, you chew tobacco. This is not the Lord's will. You understand?
Okay.
So the Lord don't hear your prayer if you're doing any of that. I think the precepts in Ecclesiasticus, but I think we made the point. What do you think? Okay. Let's go back to where we were in Deuteronomy. Any questions, comments, concerns?
Like I said, that was John.
St. John 9:31.
Like, if I may.
Go ahead.
I think that even goes, the fact that that's new in the Testament, I think is even more of a cut on Christianity when they try to say that the law is done away with. You know what I'm saying? Because if the Bible says that the Most High doesn't even hear sinners, then how are you a Christian in the church?
Right.
Keeping the commandments, but you praying all the time. You expect that Most High.
Now I know the scriptures they use to try to say not to do the law, and all I do is direct them to scriptures to say, yeah, you're supposed to be keeping the law. But what gets me laughing damn near is when they say Jesus had a different law than Moses, when St. John 5 disputes that. It just goes from not knowing the scriptures. Go ahead, sis. Since you smoke, you need to be trying to not smoke. But we're not going to ever tell you not to be here. Ever. This is where you come to get clean. You expecting me to tell you hit the door? No, stay. You've been put out of church. Why? Why?
Because I got committed. My boyfriend came and they turned me over to him, but they told him he opened me all right. Something like that.
Right.
They told him,
Okay. All right. When he did that, was there any little kids around?
no.
Okay. Okay, yeah. In other words, some man's wife was on the way to give him some before he put you out. That's about. And please don't get me started on church pastors, especially these Negroes now. Oh, I tell you, the Lord's not with that. What he was supposed to do is offer you his place. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what Christ would have done. You going through it like that, he would have offered you his place, his couch, something. He didn't want you being with a particular man because that man wasn't your husband. That's halfway understandable, unless your husband quit you?
We married 3 months later. We stayed together 18 years.
Okay. Give it up to the bride. I know your husband isn't here anymore, so give it up to the sister. But now, just know we won't put you out. We're gonna help you quit.
This why I had that.
We're gonna give you all the tools to quit your sin. You know what I'm saying? There'll be no, if you sincere, there's gonna be no putting you out of the Lord's house just for that. This is the place where you get clean. Y'all give it up for the Most High. Salute to Yahweh Shai King, and give it up big for Commanding General Yohana for being an outstanding student of Christ and understanding that when a sister comes to you with with an addiction or a problem, what you do is you help them put that away. You give them all the tools they need to put that away. You don't kick them out of the Most High sanctuary. You know what I'm saying? That ain't godly at all. Go ahead.
And that was like with me and Sister Mary, these fake Israelite groups.
Huh.
You know, just trying to speak to leadership, and you don't like what you're saying. Well, hey, maybe it's not the place for you. Club door.
Okay, well,
So,
we definitely had that conversation about fake Israelite groups. Nobody told them to set up and do the Lord's work. You know, it wasn't but one school set up to do that, and that's this school, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, now in the Commanding General Yohana. All right.
Oh, that's scripture.
What you got?
In John 5 and 2.
That one we need right now? Go
That's
for it.
That's the one you referenced earlier.
Go for
It's the book of John, chapter 5, verse 2.
Is that St. John or First John?
Oh, sorry. It's First John.
First John, okay.
Okay, this is the book of First John, chapter 5, verse 2. By this we know we love the children of God. We love God and keep his commandments.
That's beautiful, is it not? And the next verse is even better. Go ahead.
Verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
What does grievous mean?
Not hard.
Or in other words, you don't go to war over them. In other words, it's not even an argument. It's not even a heated discussion. He's saying, keep the commandments and live. Don't only keep the commandments and be destroyed. Christ didn't teach anything different from what Moses taught, for the most part. You know what I'm saying? You might find a difference in, just because of the time and the captivity we're in. Like, I know with divorce, Christ brung up that Moses gave divorce, but Christ was right when he said, before Moses, there was no such thing as a divorce. You know what I'm saying? Just one particular example. But go ahead. We're going to go ahead and keep it going. We're in verse 11, right? Let's get 11, 12, and 13. Deuteronomy, the 4th chapter and 11th verse in Hebrew. Korab, Imad, Thakat, Har, Ba'ayar, Ash, Id, Lab, Shemayim, Kashak, Ainan, Irapal. Verse 12. Debar, Yahweh, Debar, All, Thawak, Ash, Atah, Shemai, Kowal, Debar, Thamawana, Ra'ah, Ayan, Thamawana, Zawala, Kowal, Verse 13. Nagad, Lakam, Barayath, Ashar, Tazawah, Atha, Aishah, Ishar, Debar, Kathab, Il, Shanayam, Lawa, Aban.
This book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 11 through 13. And ye came near and stood under the mountain, and the mountain burned with fire unto the midst of heaven, with darkness, clouds, and thick darkness. Verse 12. And the Lord spake unto you out of the midst of the fire. Ye heard the voice of the words, but saw no similitude, only ye heard a voice. Verse 13. And he declared unto you as his covenant, which he commanded you to perform, even 10 commandments, and he wrote them upon 2 tablets of stone.
The 10 Commandments on tablets of stone, but did he want you to just keep the 10 Commandments? In a way, you could say yes and no, because all the laws and statutes all go back to the 10 Commandments. The 613, the other 603 laws and statutes, they all have their nucleus in the 10 Commandments. Everything's covered, you know what I'm saying? Every law can be pointed to that, to them 10. So even if you just kept the 10, you're doing good. You know what I'm saying? Because the 10 was the inspiration of all the other 600 laws and statutes. You know what I'm saying? They all, it's sort of like a graph that you made in school. In the nucleus, you had your 10 Commandments, and surrounding them, you had all the 600 and the 600 others laws or statutes. And one way or another, they all go back to the 10. First, let me go for it.
Christ, he broke it down even more.
Con. When he left it at 2, con. Because, you know, the situation we were in captivity at that time. We were under occupation. And before occupation, we were Hellenized by the Greeks. So Christ saying, when Christ said that the whole laws and statutes come down to just 2 particular laws, get those. Matthew 18 and 15, if I'm not mistaken. Christ wasn't reducing the law, but he was just saying that all of it hang or go back to 2 particular laws, and he was right. Matthew 18 and 15. Go ahead. That's not the one? Hold on. Okay. It's in Matthew and it's also in Mark. Give me 1 second. Try Matthew 22.
Matthew 22:37.
Sister got it? Is it there? That's the one? That the one?
This book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 37.
First of all, let's give it up to Sister Connie. Look at her. Up there finding precept for her. Go ahead.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 37. Y'all shall say unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. Verse 38. This is the first and great commandment. Verse 39. The second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Verse 40. On these 2 commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
There you go. On those 2 commandments hang the entire law and the prophets, basically. Meaning everything that was broke down ad nauseum by the prophets in the Old Testament, Christ is bringing it back and he's solidifying it, letting you know that all of it comes back to love the Most High with all your heart, love thy brother as you love thyself. He was doing that for the simple of us, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us by then had lost our culture, lost our nationality, and Christ was trying to get us back with one particular purpose in mind. What was it? Anyone know? It's okay if you don't, because not like they teach this. They didn't teach it in school. They certainly didn't teach it in church. What what was he trying to bring us back for? For one particular purpose. What's that? Go ahead. That's true, but what was his number one purpose of trying to bring Israel back to that culture, back to the law, statutes, and commandments? You almost got it, but in order to rule, what do we first do? Remember now, where were we at this time? We were in our land for the most part, but we were under Roman occupation, getting ready to be under takeover, getting ready to be took over. So, in order for us to rule, what must we first do? That too, but and then do what? Come on, go to war. We got to first, and that's what Jesus Christ was trying to get us back to do. Come back to our nation, actually go to war with Rome. Now y'all kind of understand why the Romans had him killed. They had to stop this nigga from firing up all these other niggas to fight us because he was killing it. All in the New Testament, it shows you where he was cutting the hell out of them weak niggas that was hirelings of Rome, the Pharisees and the Sadducees. He was cutting them continuously in the scriptures, showing that they didn't know anything. And all the brothers were following Christ too. Wasn't just the 12, he had a lot of followers. So the Caesar said, we're gonna have to stop this. If we're gonna stop this rebellion, we gotta first start with stopping him. Yeah, it makes you a little bit understanding from their side why they had to put Christ to death. Because he was getting ready to get all them niggas back as one nation and on one accord to go to war with us. Go ahead.
They're still doing it today.
Yeah. COINTELPRO. How many so-called black leaders were taken down through that? They even have it. What did they have it in the COINTELPRO? Pro's talking about basically killing black messiahs, basically. That's when they took down Martin Luther King, who was not a real messiah, but in their eyes a leader. Black Panthers, Malcolm X. Go ahead. Con, for sure. Go ahead, Sister Connie.
So he go out and witness to the word.
Who?
The disciples after he died. Told them wait till they did die. They said that.
Ultimately, they quelled a revolution just by first taking up out the head, and Christ got them prepared for that. Now, I did a class on Tuesday about the death of his disciples. I went over what the records say what happened to his disciples, where they were killed, and even how they were killed. So, and what that goes to show you is, if you were on Christ's side, you're gonna live or die with him. You know what I'm saying? Because the rest of the disciples all died except for John the Revelator. He eventually died, but he lived a long life before he passed. The rest of them were executed in a multitude of ways. Put on crosses, boiled in oil, all types of things met the disciples. All because they were rolling with Christ. They were trying to do the work of the Lord. and they were standing with him. Okay, where did I leave off at? Okay. On 14? The water princess. Deuteronomy 4 and 14. We're going to get 14 and 15. Deuteronomy 4 and 14 and 15. Atah, Yahweh, Tazawah, Ath, Aitha, Hahawa, Aitha, Lamad, Ath, Atha, so like it. Kak, Mashapat, Asha, Ath, Aratazah, Ashar, Atha, Ibar, Yerash. Verse 15 in the Hebrew. Shamar, Ma'ad, Shamar, Napash, Kaya, Ra'ah, La'ah, Kal, Thamawana, Yawan, Yahweh, Debar, Al, Karab, Thawak, Ash.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 14 and 15. And the Lord commanded me at that time to teach you statutes and judgments, as you might do them in the land whither ye go over to possess it. Verse 15. Take ye therefore good heed unto yourselves, for you saw no manner of similitude on the day that the Lord spake unto you in Horeb out of the midst of the fire.
He's letting you know y'all seen me do everything, y'all, and y'all getting the righteous word straight from me. So take heed. You know what I'm saying? Do this, and not only will you live, you'll be set up for rulership. Do otherwise, and you get where we are now. All right, we are in verse 16 now, right?
Okay.
I'll get 16, 17, and 18. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 16, 17, and 18 in Hebrew. Pun, Shahath, Aisha, Lakam, Pasal, Thamana Wana, Kal, Samal, Thabanana Yah, Sakar, Awa, Nakwaba. Verse 17. Thamanayath, Salakia, Thabanayath, Kal, Bahama, Ashar, Aratazah, Thabanayath, Kal, Kanap, Tazapawar, Ashar, Awap, Shemayam. Verse 18. Thabanayath, Kal, Ramash, Adamah, Thabayanath, Kal, Dagah, Ashar, Mayam, Thahath, Aratazar.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 16 through 18 in the English. Lest ye corrupt yourselves and make you a graven image, the similitude of any figure, the likeness of male or female. Verse 17. The likeness of any beast that is on the earth, the likeness of any winged fowl that flieth in the air. Verse 18. The likeness of anything that creepeth on the ground, the likeness of any fish that is in the waters beneath the earth.
Okay, so he don't want you creating idols, basically. That's what all that's going into. No creating an idol to worship. That's something that came from being in Babylon, in captivity in Babylon, and in captivity in Egypt. That's where we picked up these idol worship, and that goes on today. A lot of this mess that we do goes back to ancient Babylon, some of it to ancient Egypt. Any of y'all if y'all know any Freemasons, any of y'all got any Freemasons in the family? All that stuff they get out of Freemasonry goes back to ancient Egypt. Go ahead. Yes. And the cross just shows how ignorant our people are. Because, okay, you're a Christian. You're supposed to love your white Jesus. Okay, no problem. The cross is how he died. And there was nothing significant about the cross. He wasn't the only brother put on one. That was just how they executed the Jews back then. And Jeremiah 14:2 tells you what color them Jews were. So when you're putting on a cross and our people's ignorance, they don't even know that they are literally celebrating the death of their king. Because all that was a way of the Romans executed the Jews. And Christ, of course, they put it right on top of his cross, King of the Jews. So every time, so our people in our ignorance, and of course tell them this and they don't want to hear it. So I'm saying in front of smart Negroes and Hispanics right now, the cross is not only idolatry, it's hatred of Christ. It's teasing him. Y'all understand? Ain't nothing significant about the cross. It's just how they killed the Jews. They ain't even killed nobody else that way. That punishment was strictly for the Jews. Christ wasn't even the only one they put on it. Yeah, Officer Coggaward said the cross is like wearing a death row records chain. I personally think it's worse, but I'll go with Officer Coggaward if it's Coggaward is a man of the Lord. I think it's far worse because with death row records they were only a hindrance to themselves. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother.
Christians believe that Christ is coming back. Coming back, and you got a cross on your neck.
Man, look here. It's all about, and they the main ones say, what would Jesus do? He wouldn't like that. He'll kill you right where you stand. Because he with that it said in Isaiah, with that sword, he gonna plead with all flesh. So, oh man, I don't want to do anything contrary to what he's teaching. You know what I'm saying? I do not. In that day, that is not the day to be wearing a cross around your neck. I think you're gonna die right on the spot. What verse are we in now? We're in verse 19. Let's go ahead and get 19 and 20. Deuteronomy 4:19 in the Hebrew. Pan, Nashah, Ayan, Shemayim, Ra'ah, Shamash, Atah, Yarak, Atah, Kawakab, Kal, Tazaba'ah, Shemayim, Nada, Shaha, Salakia, Shaka, Salakia, Laham, Ibad, Ashar, Yahweh, Alahayim, Kalak, Kal, Ain, Thahath, Shemayim, Kal, Shemayim. Verse 20. Atha Yahweh, Lakwa, Atha, Yadazah, Ath, Yadazah, Kawar, Barazal, Kawar, Matazarayam, Haya, Lawa, Aim, Nakala, Yawam, Za, Yawam.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 19 and 20 in English. And lest thou lift up thine eyes unto heaven, and when thou seest the sun and the moon and the stars, even all the host of heaven, shouldest be driven to worship them, and serve them which the Lord thy God hath divided unto all nations under the whole heaven. Verse 20. The Lord hath taken you and brought you forth out of the iron furnace, even out of Egypt, to be unto him a people of inheritance, as ye are this day.
Okay, so he's laying it down, don't serve idols. Don't serve the sun, the moon, the stars, or the host of heaven. You supposed to seek his pleasure. That's what the Lord is trying to tell you. You're supposed to seek his pleasure and his way and do it with gladness in your heart. That goes back to what I was saying earlier about loving and fearing the Most High. His respect for him. Go ahead. It's not. It's not. You know what I'm saying? The Sabbath day, you're supposed to serve on the Sabbath day. You're supposed to be here right now. You know what I'm saying? At the Lord's school, the ISUPK, hearing the work of the Lord, hearing the word of the Lord and learning. Because that's what he wanted to do that's what he wanted you to do on the Sabbath day. The reason people go to church on Sundays is why. And you brothers and sisters watching online, y'all can answer that too. Why do you go to church on Sunday? Go ahead. That too. Only what's the reason? Go for it, Officer Mapadazan.
I believe it's for the worship of the sun god. So.
Beautiful. It's the worship of the sun god. That's how the day got named Sunday to begin with. Now, here we are reading right here. And it's of the spirit. The sister asked that question. Give her another hand for that. We just got finished reading. The Lord didn't want you to worship the sun, the moon, or the stars. And yet, our people in their ignorance go to church on Sunday, which was the Romans worshiping the sun. Because they were idolaters and pagans, as they are now. So-called white people have not changed. They're pagans and idolaters right now. All the nations are. The Arabs are idolaters. They worship a rock. The East Indians are idolaters. They worship certain animals along with the 8 Hindu gods. Asians worship animals. They're idolaters. Africans, they got a lot of old heathen customs going on. They're idolaters and pagans. The people have not, the nations have not changed. The only thing that draws us together is Christianity. Because where the white man goes, that's what comes with him. Babylonian style Christianity. But now, so-called white people, they were pagans then. They're pagans and idolaters right now, here in 2026. Y'all think this Bible ain't relevant? Then why are the nations still serving other gods? Because the Lord never gave them the Spirit. He kept a nation to himself, did he not?
Okay.
And that nation is the 12 tribes of Israel. All of Jacob's children and the tribes and the nations that come out of. We are in Deuteronomy 4 and 21. Let me something real quick. We're not going to get all this today, so we're going to get as much as we can in the next 20 minutes. We're in Deuteronomy 4 and 21, right? Okay, Deuteronomy 4 and 21 in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Anap, Bayah, Al, Debar, Shabai, Balataya, Ibar, Balataya, Ibar, Yaradan, Balatia, Bawa, Oh, Aratazar, Tawab, Aratazar, Ashar, Yahweh, Alahayim, Nathan, Lad, Nakala, verse 22, Kaya, Anakia, Mawath, Aratazar, Sa'ath, Aratazar, Ayan, Ibar, Yaradan, Atha, Ibar, Yerash, Wa'ath, Tawab, Aratazar.
This book of Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 21 and 22 in the English. Furthermore, the Lord was angry with me for your sakes, and swore that I should never go over Jordan, that I should never not go in unto that good land which thy God have given thee for an inheritance. Verse 22. But I must die in this land. I must not go over Jordan, but ye shall go over and possess that good land.
This is Moses talking, of course, because he knows his punishment for basically striking that rock and giving the Lord none of the glory. His punishment was he would never see the promised land. Y'all understand? Might have this on a little too tight. Maybe have it on looser next week. Let's get verse 23 and 24. This is some good stuff here. Deuteronomy 4 and 23 and 24 in the Hebrew. Shamar, Lakam, Salaki, Pan, Shakah, Barayath, Yahweh, Alahayim, Ashar, Karath, Ain, Aisha, Lakam, Pasal, Thamawana, Kal, Ashar, Yahweh, Alahayim, Tazawah. Verse 24. Pay attention to this one. Kaya, Yahweh, Alahayim, Ashar, Salaki, that's Ash. Akal, Ash, Al, Quana, Al. Salaki, go ahead.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 23 and 24 in English. Take heed unto yourselves, lest ye forget the covenant of the Lord your God, which he made with you, and make you a graven image or the likeness of anything which the Lord thy God hath forbidden thee. Verse 24. For the Lord thy God is a consuming fire, even a jealous God.
He's what kind of God?
A jealous God.
So the Lord is telling you, I am jealous. He does not want you erecting statues out of animals and fowls of the air and, the constellations in the sky. He don't want you erecting an image out of that, because you will worship it. And if you're doing that, you're going off. Go ahead, sis.
Is that how they use that Jesus, the statue of Jesus, to worship him?
Yeah. That's why they erect large statues of Jesus. Don't they still have that one in Brazil?
Rio de Janeiro,
Yeah.
the big statue.
Big statue of that homo is Jesus. Yeah. They still have that.
I think recently there was an earthquake, if I'm right, and it fell.
If that's true, it's because the Lord got sick of seeing it. Yeah, he sees his spirit coming back on Israel, so he said, let me get rid of this damn abomination here. If that's true.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up, but I did see that.
Hey, brothers and sisters in the chat, that large statue of that homo in Rio de Janeiro of white Jesus, Caesar Borgia, is that gone? Y'all in the chat, let me know. If it is, excellent. Matter of fact, when y'all start coming in here, y'all see the homosexual there on the floor, right? Start stepping on them continuously. The brothers will tell you, I do a Mexican hat dance on them every time. We kill that image. We don't want that image. That's why we put him there. Put him in his right position, there to be stepped on by the men of the Lord and the women that follow the men of the Lord. All right. We are now in verse 25. Just gonna get that verse 25. Then we're gonna wrap it up for today. Verse 25 in Hebrew. Kaya, Yalad, Ban. Wabayana, Ban, Banayam, Yashan, Aratazah, Shata, Aisha, Pasal, Thamawana, Kal, Aisha, Rai, Ayun. Go ahead, Kagawar. What you got? Yahweh, Alahayim. Bais. With
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 25 in English. And thou shalt begot children and children's children, and ye shall remain long in the land, and shall corrupt yourselves, and make a graven image, or the likeness of anything, and shall do evil in the sight of the Lord thy God to provoke him to anger.
He's letting you know what provokes him to anger. Building up idols and worshiping them. And not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, because you're not keeping the commandments if you do that. Very first commandment is thou shalt not serve any other God. Go ahead. Okay. Okay. Okay, so the Lord is getting rid of it. Yeah, Kagawar says still stands, sir. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, Thawada off Chicago War. Brother Victor gave us a update on it. The brother Steph Favorite said, "What about gambling? What about gambling?" I mean, our people casted lots in the scriptures, so they gambled. The thing is, you can't let that gambling consume you to the point to where that's all you think about, because ultimately you're gonna lose your you know what doing that. You know what I'm saying?
So like if I may say.
Because being addicted to gambling can lead you to a lot of evil. It'll lead you to stealing, thou shalt not steal. It'll lead you to have to kill somebody, thou shalt not murder. Women will get in debt, and first thing they start doing is bartering their box, you know what I'm saying, selling it, prostituting themselves. So is it a sin to be a gambling? If you let it get addicting, yeah. If you wake up every day looking to go to the boat, yeah, it's a sin. But every now and then you want to shoot dice with, once a month you want to shoot dice with your friends or play dominoes for money. That technically is not a sin. Playing Monopoly, playing Big Whist, no, yeah, playing spades. That in itself ain't a sin, but it when it becomes your idol, when you're losing your money, when you're losing your car and your house and your spouse and every damn thing else over it, then yeah, now it's a sin. It's an addiction just like any other addiction. Had to answer Steph Favorite's question. But hell, even in the Bible, our people casted lots. Which is essentially, hell, even when the priests had lots, they were essentially dice. You know what I'm saying? Tribe of Levi now can be symbolized by that. But any other questions, any other comments, any other concerns? Nothing? How about you brothers and sisters online? Anything else? Go ahead, sis.
Wouldn't it, as far as
If you're doing it too much, con, which is all, yeah. Now, gluttony in of itself is only a sin if you're doing it too much. I know the Catholic Church teaches the deadly seven sins. No, but the gluttony they talking about is different than the gluttony the scriptures is talking about. Go ahead, sis.
The scripture came like the 25th.
Yeah.
Should take it. Tell them about worshiping.
Yeah. Just like parents do now. All the good stuff, everything that's righteous, you pass on to your kids. You pass some life lessons on to them. And if it's unrighteous, you tell them about it. Like you see them screwing up, you tell them about it. You know what I'm saying? Stop that, and then you see it a second time. Next time it's an ass whooping. Third time they do it, now you got to whoop ass. You know what I'm saying? At least that's how I was raised. And it was a better world then. There were consequences for things. You know what I'm saying? That was your parents' way of teaching you. Let me tell you something. Us and my generation, you was a punk if you didn't whoop your kids, and you didn't love them. Go ahead. I mean, you gotta You got to determine that on your own. I know me personally, I'm a father of 2 sons. I stopped whooping they behind once they were 12. It was then time for consequences. You know what I'm saying? It was time then to take privileges. And you ride them enough about it, eventually you get the message. You ain't got to keep putting belt to ass when they at a developing stage. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, stop about 10. By 10, they're smart enough to understand, do this, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Really, by the time I'm 12, I got good kids. So really the only thing they may have been messing up in was I know my little one would be messing up as far as keeping his clothes clean. You know what I'm saying? Everything else they did. They did schoolwork. They were pretty solid in school. I mean, they did their thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't take any of the credit for it. I just try to put righteousness in them. You know what I'm saying? You all that are parents, you know, if you got little kids, I remember my grandmother, who's now deceased now, most high be with her, and may she rise again. I remember she told me, you start when they start, as far as parenting. When they start screwing up, it's time for you to put that parenting on. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna learn no other way. You know, they still doing the same stuff when they grown. The consequence then is prison. All right. Anything else? Make sure everybody online is Tawab. The water for you, brothers and sisters, watching along. The best comment of the day was that cross like a wearing a death row records chain. That was the best comment right there. Y'all give it up to Priest and Officer Coggaward for that. Okay, sister said, I was tricked out my money at a casino by one of your members recently, and it caused a lot of grief. I wanted to share that. Sis, you can prove that with whoever. You'd have to authenticate that. Coming up here saying that you were tricked out your money by one of our members, it's ungodly to, what does First Thessalonians say? 5:21? Prove all things, right?
All things.
Yeah, Miss Steph, prove all things. Devin Rayford, what does repent mean? Answer that. What does repent mean, and how come you haven't done it? Yeah, prove all things. The water, Kagawar. Prove it or keep it moving. Get trolls in there all the time. Where in the Bible does it say use a start to represent Israel? Use a start. A star? We don't use a star to represent Israelites. Quit being simple.
Salak, if I may.
Go ahead.
I'll kind of break into that a little bit. So, this Shield of David, which is incorrectly referred to as the Star of David, is Dawadah. So, King David, his name in Hebrew is Dawadah, is spelled with like sort of a triangle shape, kind of like a Y shape, and then another triangle. So, Dawadah. So, the way he would put his signature or his insignia is he would put the two dot shapes on top of each other, hence the Dawadah. But sometimes people they'll refer to it as a Star of David, but it's not a star. It's just the way he used to sign his name, and it
Devin-
became associated with the kingdom.
Salaki for that. Were you done with that?
No.
Devin Rayford this is not a star. Showed up again. This symbol is not a star, Devin Rayford. You simple as hell. The scriptures. Give me Wisdom of Solomon 13:2 real quick. It's in the Apocrypha.
Okay.
Khan, Officer Kagawar, there's a number to call to begin the process in order and decency. Yes. Get Wisdom of Solomon 13:2.
Okay. Come on. This is the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13, verse 2. The deem that the fire or wind or the swift air or the circle of stars,
The circle of what?
the circle of stars,
Say it one more time for Mr. Devin Rayford.
or the circle of stars, or the violent water, or the lights of heaven to be the gods which govern the world.
Mr. Devin Rayford, did you hear that? Why you still typing? Where in the scriptures does it say David signed his name on anything? I can show you that, but did you hear what the brother said? I can show you where all kings use an insignia, so that's no issue. If you want to prove that the shield of David, erroneously called the Star of David, is evil, just answer me this: why is it in the alphabet? Why is it in the Hebrew alphabet? If it wasn't given to us by the Most High. Come on, Devin. Real smart, Devin Rayford. I'm gonna let Priest and Officer Mapatazar read Wisdom of Solomon one more time. Go ahead. Wisdom of Solomon 13:2.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13, verse 2. But do ye neither fire or wind or the swift air or the circle of the stars?
This is not a star, brother Devin Rayford. It is a seal. It's a mark. Yeah, I know you're not too familiar with the Hebrew alphabet yet. If you were, you would have never asked that question or called this symbol. Hold it up again. This symbol a star. I got two of them on my wrist right here. You're not very familiar with the Hebrew. That's why you need to come to class. What city do you live in? Asking Mr. Devin Rayford, what city do you live in? He actually admitted, I'm not too familiar with the Hebrew alphabet yet. It's in there. It's not, okay. Let's say you're right and it's the same seal as the 1948 fake Jews. Does that mean we stole it from them or did they steal it from us? That's what I'll ask. Poughkeepsie, New York. Anybody heard of Poughkeepsie? Yeah. Because if it's in New York, there's only one brother you're supposed to be calling right now. And that's Priest and Captain Tazariak. You're supposed to be hitting this Car Chronicles and then getting yourself in class. Do me a favor. See how close Poughkeepsie is to New York City. Really? The water. Poughkeepsie. It's in the Hebrew alphabet.
Okay. It's a city in New York, but how close is it to where?
Yeah, how close is it to New York City?
No, it's in New York, but I was saying like
It's in New York State. Well, how close is it to New York City? Can't even close. No offense to you, brother Devin, but I can't even end my Sabbath service without dealing with simplicity.
2 hours away.
2 hours away from New York City. Coming from where?
Poughkeepsie.
Okay, but Poughkeepsie's like north. Okay, because too much further northwest, he'd have to get in contact with Captain Azanaya. I ran into some Hebrew brother out here preaching a few times, but I don't know what camp they are. If they weren't in the ISUPK, they weren't the right camp. Just tell you like that. It's an hour. How far you said it was? 2 hours, right?
About 2 hours. Hour 52 minutes.
Okay. From where we're looking up, it's about 2 hours. But anyway, look us up on the New York school. Get in contact with Captain Tazariak as soon as possible. We'll show you the Hebrew alphabet, and we'll show you where the Shield of David came from. All right? Quit listening to buttheads with zero knowledge tell you that it's something and it was started by Amalek. No, it wasn't. They stole it from us. Just like white people steal everything from us. If you're gonna say they invented the Shield of David, they invented the Shield of David like they invented rock and roll music. Brother Moses never told us. How do you know that? Moses told us never make camp name. How do you know that? How do you know what the nation was calling themselves then? Don't get bogged down on. First of all, we're not even a camp. We're a school. We have camp. We have camp when we go out on Saturdays to do the work. We're a school. Get that right. It's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, not the Israelite Camp of Universal Practical Knowledge. I don't want to be offensive, brother, but you stop listening to them turds on social media. Stop that. Halfwits. I mean, the scriptures say when the Lord puts that judgment, he's going to start the house of Israel first. I want to see him cut the heads off these brothers who spread this information online about us and about the Bible and about the shield and about the fringes and all that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, sis. When we go to camp, that's when we're doing camp. You know what I'm saying? Like when you was with us last time we was out there. That's a camp speaking. And they did do camps in the Bible. When Ezra was taking out Nehemiah and the rest of them brothers, that was a camp. In Luke 14, when Christ and the disciples were going, that was a camp. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what school they were calling the name of the school, let's not get bogged down on school names. You're supposed to know the men of the Lord when you see them. He said, I don't think the fake Jews created it. No, they didn't. But I seen Tazariah call white boys rabbi, and nobody ever did that in the Old Testament or the New. Okay. You again getting bogged down on simplicity. Captain Tazariah, I can promise you, don't consider no white man no teacher. That's what rabbi means. They had camps by the docks a lot. Come on. That was probably that white man's title is probably why he said. But no, none of us consider the kike a real teacher. All right? Get in contact with Captain Tazariak and come to class. Ask him as many questions as you want. All right, we're going to go ahead and wrap up. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and pray out, everybody. The water for y'all coming. The water for you brothers and sisters online. Even you trolls. The water to y'all too. Y'all help the work more than you heard it, whether y'all know it or not. And the 501c3s are in the Bible too. I can pull that out too. You're not making any headway saying that. You ain't gonna tell me Christ didn't tell brothers to render what the Caesar what was his and keep what's the Lord and give it to the Lord. You can't tell me he didn't say that. So again, you off, call Captain Tazariak, get in class. Stop teaching. All right, go ahead.
Lord's Prayer.
Lord's Prayer in Hebrew, Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Ayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakwaka. Lava'ah. Ritazaka. Ayah. Aisha. Ba'aratazah. Kawa. Ayah. Bashemayim. Nathalanawa. Lakam. Kal. Yawam. Wasalakanawa. Kabafwathnawa. Kasalaknawa. Kabafwathianawa. Wala'ah. Slavayanawa, Vanasai one, Abal, Awashanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kyle Hukka, Amalakwa, Wahala, Wahatapara, Lai Walumyum, Aman.
It's the Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever so be it.
Prayer to the power in Hebrew, Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Baba Koshah. Nathalanawa. Akak, Akak, Lar Pa'ah, Kalmagalah, Wakal Madawa, Akak, Latahar Hamat Zarayam, Akak, Lahakwil, Amathia, Akak, Arakawaf, Atamala, Lagrashan, Hashimi Haushan, Awaraman.
This is the power in English. Yahweh in the name of Yahushua.
Yahweh in the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
Power to heal all manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
Power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
Power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
Power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out in the name of Yahushua.
To cast them out in the name of Yahushua.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. All right. All right. Let's do it again next week. For now, say shalom. And Kwam Yashala.
Yashala.
Hold on.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West.